Man, best song. Best song in the game. Best song in the... You know what? I was thinking about something recently. I've been thinking about a lot of things recently, but here's another thing I've been thinking of recently. The power of music as a medium doesn't always have the same impact on certain people, mainly because sometimes those people are not privy to the same experiences that led those people to having that same emotional reaction to said music. What I mean by that is, people and music, like, well, experiences and music go hand in hand. Obviously, it is possible to listen to a song, listen to any song, and have some sort of emotional response from it because of the lyrics, whatever they may be. But that doesn't always mean that everyone always will have the same kind of reaction to the same song just because you did. So that got me thinking about Close in the Distance, which is arguably the best song in Final Fantasy XIV. It is arguably the best song in the game, in my opinion. But the thing that makes Close in the Distance such a great song is not the fact that it's sang by one hell of a like, it's not because it's sang by the same guy who sang the opening for Shadowbringers. That's not what makes Close in the Distance such a great song. What makes Close in the Distance such a great song, and why it's a song that people resonate with it, is because that people have a shared experience. Like I said earlier, experiences and music can go hand in hand. So my thinking was, if some random listened to Close in the Distance, I highly doubt that they would have the same sort of experience, and they would have the same sort of perspective and love of the song as those of us who've been playing Final Fantasy XIV for years and years and years have been. For those of us who've gone through the journey of being a warrior of light, and what that all culminated to in that moment, in that zone, everything that led up to that moment in that zone. I don't think that random people would feel the same way about that song as those of us in the community, in the Final Fantasy XIV community would. And that, to me, is indicative of the power of music. That, to me, is super interesting, and it really just shows that music can transcend the human experience simply on the grounds that having a similar experience that someone has already had, or having a certain life experience, can make music transcend its original purpose. So Close in the Distance, in and of itself, is a beautiful song. A beautiful song with a beautiful melody with beautiful lyrics. And I think, objectively speaking, most people would be able to agree with that. But what makes that song transcend what it is the fact that so many people have had a collective experience in this game that makes that song go beyond simply what it was meant to be. We all know what those lyrics mean. We've heard the same motif, the same musical motifs over and over throughout our journey through Endwalker, and those motifs have echoed in our mind. But then it's not even just that, but it's also the fact that we had all those experiences. We've gone through the journey, we've struggled, we've fought, we've lost, we've made friends playing Final Fantasy XIV. We've had these wonderful, meaningful, engrossing experiences. And all of those things, all of those aspects culminate into this weird, unexpected, shared experience in which practically everyone who's played Final Fantasy XIV and who has gone through this journey from start to finish will have some sort of emotional connection to that song, and it will bring them to tears. The song in itself will transcend its original meaning simply on the basis of the experiences that we've all shared. And I think that's pretty damn cool. Yeah, that's just something I thought about recently. Because to me, it's very sad that people... It's pretty sad that, like, people... There are some people who just will not have the same reaction to Closing the Distance as so many of us would. Like, there are just people who would just not have the same experience. And that is so sad. That's so disappointing. It's crazy disappointing to think that there are people who will listen to that song and be like, oh yeah, that's a good song. It's just a good song. And that'll be it. And that's why music is so cool. Music is something incredibly special. And I think a lot of people don't really pay attention to just how special music can be. How much music has influenced their own personal experiences. How much they've connected their own life, points in their life with certain songs that they've listened to. How listening to an old song that you heard in your teens can take you back to those moments in just an instant. That's what music can do. And to me, that is pretty damn cool. And very mysterious when you think about it. I don't think it's hard to think of any other medium that achieves that kind of result. That achieves that kind of visceral emotional response.